Hello everyone, in the previous video we talked about how we can have a timeline slicer in the pivot table. Now in this video I want to talk about how we can change the data source of a pivot table. This is a rather simple video file that explains a little bit about the pivot table. So let's move on. For changing the pivot table, the data source, you have to go to the Analyze tab and you will see the change data source option for you here. After you select that tool, you will see a new box here that asks you what is the range of your main table that want to have a pivot table from it. You can see the previous range that was selected for this pivot table. Now you can change the source. For example, select a range that you want to have a pivot table for it, or you can write the range name. For example, the last name is a sales table, and whatever the range you want. So this is rather a simple task to do. I cancel it because I do not want to change the data of my pivot table. And also there is some other options. For example, if you press the clear all, the pivot table will be cleared and you have a new empty pivot table to manipulate it at the bottom as well again. So another one is the selection. For example, if your pivot table is rather large, then you are able to copy paste, for example, or cut your pivot table. If you control X your pivot table, you can move it to another place. For example, I use Control X of my keyboard and then Control V in this cell, then pivot table, move it to another place by copy paste, cut and paste that. So I Control Z. And also there is another option for you for moving your pivot table. If you choose move pivot table, you can choose a new worksheet. For example, if you choose this existing worksheet instead of new worksheet, then a new workbook will be created and the pivot table will be moved to the new worksheet, as you can see, and it's moved to the sheet 3 that is new. I Control Z it again, so my pivot table get back to my previous sheet. I wanna delete the new sheet and then for example move a pivot table into existing worksheet. For example, I wanna move it to another place in the same worksheet, or for example in this worksheet that I had previously. I can select a cell and then press OK. Then you will see your pivot table will be moved into this place that I selected. So I Control Z that again. These are the options that you have for manipulating the position of your pivot table. So this is it. In the next video I want to talk about the calculated field in the pivot table. This is a really good option of the pivot table that enables you to have a new fields based on the previous field of your main table. So until next video, goodbye. In order to watch more training videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel Diako Ltd. And if you want to see our products, please visit our website diako.co.uk.